welcome to Rick's Kits. Been a few weeks since I came on and done any video work. Obviously, and the last thing was the werewolf bus, which I hope you enjoyed. Recently, I got myself the Werk Faun L900 Hardtop, which I'm going to do a review of. I wanted this with the trainer in the complete box set a couple of years back when it first came out. Didn't have the money at the time, and so I thought I'll try and get hold of one, and the prices have sort of shot up. So to cut a long story short, we've got the hardtop version of just the truck, but I also have separately bought the trailer, and the two combined price-wise comes out a lot cheaper than the two combined when they were in the box. Yeah, but as you can see on the front of this one, it says it's a 2-in-1 kit, and what that is this is the soft top version which came out originally a few years back with the trailer, and what they've done is they've added parts to the box to make the hardtop. They've changed the wheels as well, so you no longer get the rubber wheels in the kit. These are now multiple part plastic, and they have a flat spot so the vehicle sits. It looks more realistic than it does with the rubber wheels. You still get the rubber wheels in the Sonderhanger 115. It's a very large box. It's taken up a lot of space, so I'm going to have to whip it off the old desk, and we'll have to go through it. Check it now. I'll take the lid off. And we also have, well, probably not going to see this very well, but we have different colour scheme options as well. So you've got a building maintenance truck, a couple of beer lorries. These are post World War II, and then you have two-tone scheme, tri-scheme, and two flat grain schemes. I've had a look through the decals and I had a look online, but the military ones, none of them are known units. I'll find somewhere to put this. There we go. Right, so what you get in the box, let's put it back over, is your instructions for the soft top, and it follows closely. It is the soft top instruction manual. We'll have a look through that, and then you've got the addendum, which is the amendment for certain parts of the process to give you the hardtop version. So you don't have to build the hardtop version with this, even though they call it the hardtop kit. You can, if you want to build the soft top version, which I kind of like. That option, original option, is still within this kit. So we'll look at the instructions in a bit. And there is quite a bit of plastic in here, which we will go through. I'm trying to get to. There's decals, and if you haven't noticed it, at the bottom of here, you've got some brass wire, which is used for your canopies. And you get a thing to fend them up. Let's move this out of the way again. It's going to be a bit of pain in the ass. Let's have a quick flick at the decals before we move on to anything else. I haven't had these out of the bag yet, so this is our first with you guys. So here they are. So you've got Erika of Urlaub, which is the one depicted on the front of the box. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wehrmacht number plate options, and you notice show it. They have just knock some bits over. They generally have big old numbers on the vehicles. So like here, number 8. Well, I've seen number 9s, I've seen number 12s. So you can put any version of number or what you want on it. Excuse me. And we've got transport identification numbers here. We've got the Faun logo and a couple of dials. Well, we'll take a look at the kits and see if it's worth actually painting those in, whether they're in there as raised or not. So let's put that on back in the bag so I don't scuff them up, because we're going to go for a Wehrmacht one. And have a quick gander at the second lot of decals, if you want to do a civilian vehicle, that is. Into it. So, come on. Shiny piece of paper. Ooh, doesn't that sound right? It's okay. Right, these decals, 2020, drawn by Harman Studios. So we've got the Weissbier, Friederike Pilsner, and Machine and Construction Transport. And you have got 1, 2, 3, and they're the same. 3 number plate versions. 2 are Munich and 1 is Hamburg. They look. Really nicely done as well. We'll have to buy another one and do a civilian version. It's snowing outside. We have snow today. I do not like snow. So, any of you that have actually seen any of these being reviewed before will have seen this booklet. I do like these desk work booklets. I just like all the potential dirty look about them. Look like they've been handled by people. It's going to get a bit shiny from every now and again because of the light from up above. Not a lot I can do about that one. So this is for the Faun L900 D567. You've got on this side are your icons used throughout the kit construction. So you've got glue, cyan acrylic glue, cutting off, sanding, where to drill holes, what to bend. That's will be for your bits of brass rod. Do not cement paint prior to fixing. The symbol for making extra pieces. You've got optional parts. You've got the apply decal symbol. A round circle with an A number or a B is basically, if it's a white circle, it's a plastic part. If it's a blue circle, it's a clear part. If it's square, it's photo etch with a P. And if it's a decal square, it will have a D in it as well. You've got the colour call out chart down the bottom, which I think is pretty damn neat. They give you RAL colours, Tamiya colours, Mr. Hobby Series, Ammo MiG Vallejo, Humbrol and Mission Models colours. Now that's very, very helpful. Very helpful indeed. They even give you the ratios on the Tamiya. But you could probably exchange for something like MiG ammo or Vallejo or Mission Models or whatever for so you don't go worry about unless you're a Tamiya nut. And I don't say that out of contention. I like my Tamiya kits, but if I don't have to mix paint, I won't mix it. Get a brief historical summary of the Faun company, and I think that's why there's possibly not a lot of information on Fauns, is because it tells you the photo archive was lost in bomb attack during World War II. So what they do know, or what small information they do have here, technical specs, it was a heavy tank transporter. We'll say that with a little bit of beer in your gut. The place of origin, manufactured Germany. Manufacturer is Faun, which was the amalgamation of the Varzug Fabrik Ansbach and Nuremberg. They would choose between 34 and 37, and they were in service between 35 and 1945. The weight of them is 9,000 kilo or 9 ton. The length of 9.8 meters in new money. Width is 2.5 meters. Height is 2.6 meters. Crew of 1. No armor. No main armaments. And an 1800cc Deutz FM65171 diesel engine, 8-cylinder for your technical nuts. The suspension is semi-elliptical leaf spring. The transmission is 4 forward and 1 reverse. The cargo capacity is 10 ton. Max speed of 50 kilometers an hour, so not very fast. And with 10 ton on the top of that, that's going to slow it down even more. But they do have a cruise range of 360 kilometers and a fuel tank of 200 litres. And then you can see some photos which are available on the old interwebs, because I've had a butcher's around. I think these may have been doctored slightly. But yeah, there you can see in its full capacity. It looks like it's got a Mark 1 or a 2 in the back. And with the Sonda Hanger 115 towing another one. And here on the bottom, you've got them all crewed up down the bottom there. So yeah, so it's a pretty big piece, to be honest with you, in kit form. I think it's probably just the truck on its own is probably about as long as the box it's coming. So then you go into your sprue identification and count. This is the bending jig for your brass wires. So you've got the bed on the back, that's all the soft cab stuff. Down here is your mainframe. So no rubber tyres. Here you've got bits of suspension, etc. Sides of the bodywork at the back, and that's all the bottom end gearbox, fuel tanks. Oh, excuse me, other bits and pieces, and then that's mostly chassis on there. There's bending rods, clear parts, and your first set of decals. Just remember, this is the soft version. So going through here, you can see how it goes to how it's going together. Pretty standard. Everything in blue is what you've got to attach. It's all up. CAD drawings. Basically everything is. Now, if you're unaware of this kit, it has 3 stages of load. So you've got unloaded, which will be at its full height. You have your neutral, which means it's carrying a little bit of weight. And then you have the heavy, which generally you would use if you're putting a tank in the back of it. Neutral, you could probably get away with a flat or a half track or something like that. And then unloaded, with carrying nothing. And they are the relevant part numbers. Oh, right, I'll drop on the floor. A15, A16, and A17 to give you that look that you're after. There's Uncle Adolph's mate. So that's putting in the rear suspension. And here you've got front leaf springs being added. Here it's telling you to note the orientation on your steering linkage. And apparently you're not going to glue either these parts or these. It's gone a little bit. It's gone a little bit dragon down here. So this part is D10, but it's also A23. Now this part I'm assuming is D11, which isn't actually anything, and this part is now D11. You see the slight mix up there somehow. Yeah, bit dragon. Just watch out for you. It's not hard, but they do have this. There are some little mistakes. But anyway, enough said on that. So here's where it all changes. Still need to get some of this crap out with water pot and everything. So this is putting together the cabin. And it's at this point where the amendment comes in. And we'll switch to the amendment. Amendment publication. There's your hardtop cab. There's your new wheel sprues, and these are the new wheels. I'll get around to looking at that, but as you can see, multi-part plastic, 3 screws off. To be honest with you, it shouldn't be too much hassle going together, but I don't think it's necessary to do it that way. That seems a little bit OTT. And then you've got your decals. Sorry, that's Werk, but to me that is a little bit OTT. You could have got away with 2-part, not. So that's one wheel. That whole row is one wheel. Yeah, bit OTT. Anyway, see, one wheel. So going back to the initial part, that is the only part different on the construction of the chassis. On the bottom is K4 on the back. And there we go, cabin, page 9, step 3. So following step 3, for the driver's cabin there, and this is the soft top version, this is the hard top version. Most of this is the same as what's already going on here, so you haven't really got to change much there. The only difference I think you find is going to be this piece here and here, because you've got a small back panel for the soft top, and obviously it's not shown in this part. There you go, small front end there, which is obviously which is the firewall, and this is the firewall with glass panel. So yeah, that's the difference between that and that on that page. There you've got it going on there, and then moving on to the bonnet assembly on the bottom, bonnet to chassis on the other side. I just want to clear up a continuation of the cabin on page 9. You're building the whole cabin before you move on to this step. So that covers the whole of page 9, step 3 of the build. And as you can see, you do have option. You can have the option to have it with or without the little light on the top. Not much of an option really. But if you do, you've got to drill the holes out to allow access for it. There's a few extra details going on the back, so you've got to do 2 different types of tow hook to go on the back. So you've got a type 1 and a type 2. Let me show you the other few bits. You've got little step ladders that go in on the back as well. And that's just the colours. I do like this. If I had to do another one, I think I'd do the Hamburg Pilsner vehicle. If I had to do another one. And again, you've got all the call out colours for it all. Again, in Rail, Tamiya, Mr. Hobby, Ammo, Vallejo, Umbrella, and Mission Models. They're all in there. So that is your upgrade. That's the hard top. That's the extra. So let's whiz on through the rest of this, because I'm not going to delay this too much. So toolbox assembly, which goes here. Again, you've got your 2, 4, you've got 6 parts make up the toolbox. Diesel fuel tank. Shows it's going on the left hand side. This is wheel assembly for the older rubber wheels. Obviously you can ignore that because they don't exist anymore. Steering linkage for the front. And mounting the rear wheels. Here you've got mounting of the front wheels. And the load bed assembly, which again is 5 parts. Then you've got toolboxes. I do like this. I think this is cool. Someone left their coffee cup. Brilliant. And right hand side toolboxes. So left hand and right hand side toolboxes. Putting on the mud guards, not fenders. That's very American, isn't it? They are mud guards, they're not fenders. Bed bumpers. I'm assuming the bed bumper is going to have a rubberized part on it. Stop the bed from smashing against the chassis with weight. You have the bit of light on there. Add in the jack. Front end details of your headlights, horn, etc. going on. Number plate, front tow hooks, bonnet handles, the Faun emblem by the look of it. And you've got the finish off the cabin details with the doors and windshield, wing mirrors, and the addition of rear details, which is now supplemented in the amendment or the addendum. This is two different options on here now, and you'll have the little ladders to go on. And then basically that's at the canopy. I don't know if there's a resin version of that available. Or it would be nice if there was a fold down soft top version of that, but there isn't, I don't think, in the kit. And this is the roof bows. There's your bending tool. Tells you to make a slight 0.8mm drill into there, and then you bend them round. And it's telling you to drill halfway through the bottom ports. That's to stop them from flexing out or pinging out. Whether you're use the roof bows or not, I don't know. But that's where they go on there. And then there's your roof bow option. You can store them down the side. Same as you don't really need to have the side. Just put this in a photo. There's me showing nobody nothing. Right, so let's try again. You can put them down the side. I need to be looking at what's going on the screen as opposed to what's going on in front of me in the book. Come on, Richard, wake up. So yeah, you can store them on the side, or you can have them along the truck, or you can not have them at all. You can leave the side off of the truck if you want. But if you're going to use it for transportation purposes, I won't advise it. I've seen photos. So there you are with, I would say that would be a neutral spring position. It's only roughly 5 ton. This would be the fully loaded with your one Psychophaz 121 and your 140. I would say they'll both be fully loaded. They're both pretty heavy. There's a little mark, like a mark, I think it's a Mark 1 with a piece of flak on it. So, don't know, neutral, heavy, and then again, these would be neutral. There'd be a little movement in the spring, but not enough to use the heavy. FT and a flak 88. The 1836, 7 tons worth of gun. So yeah, that would be heavy as well. It's almost just about a ton less than what that is up there. So yeah, I'm going to look forward to putting this kit together. Here's the colour and decal options. So this is Erica Health Louse. That is, that's a B. That's truck number 1, unknown unit. finished in grey. Then you got number 8 finished in grey. Number 10's finished in grey. And then you have the dark grey and green. Number 8. That could be, even though it's tank transport, maybe a tank transport, gun transport. That might be a Luftwaffe. Could be Luftwaffe. I don't know. Be right sort of colours for like someone like the Hermann Göring division. Another grey with number 8 on the back. And then you've got the tricolour. Could be Normandy, could be Russian front, who knows. And then lastly another grey. Number 12. But these options are tempting. Grey is grey, isn't it? Grey is grey is grey. Or blue grey. And finally another grey. That's your team. Put it all together. And that's the Faun L900 book instructions. So let's have a look at the updated parts. We're not going to rip everything apart. I'm just going to go through what's been added. Yeah, let's go through that. So here are the new wheels. These six pieces making up one. You know what? I think I'll just stay with the rubber. So we're not going to get all that. There are some rear there. Right, so we've got flash. We've got ejector pin bits that need removing. They're evident on the back of all the wheels. They really aren't supposed to be there, so get rid of them. You don't have to fire them all out because you're not going to see it anyway. So we have outers, then inner outer, and then inner. If you look carefully on the top, I might have to manually focus this in. One sec. If I can get this. Ooh, gone out of focus. About in focus. Just here. Let's put your finger there. There you go. You got the flat spot. And it is a very small flat spot. Well, it's on there, and there. And it's not on the outer, which is a little bit unusual. They are moulded pretty well. You've got the... God, I've got to try and get this back in focus again. I might need to go the other way. No, let's try that way. There you go. Continental. 13.5 by 20 extra. So yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, the detail's nice, but I don't think you need all that. Really don't think you need all that. It's, to me, that scene is a little bit pointless. If you want the same detail with less, go and get the resin tyres, go and get the resin wheels. To me, it seems a little, It seems pointless. That's a little bit of over engineering, I think. It's unnecessary. I don't know what you guys think, but that's my views on that. I think it's unnecessary. Right, this is the other sprue bag. This is the rest of the amendment. So you've got two types of, is that two types? No, that's front and back, sorry, of the wheel rims. That's interesting. So you could up that slightly by adding a bit of brass in there to make tire valves. That's cool. Again, this is covered in all this unnecessaries. It's all got to be coming off. That's all got to come off. I found that with the other Werk kit that I had. I seem to find a lot of this. Yeah, it's everywhere. Look, all over the inside of the roof. Inside of you're going to have to tidy this up on the doors properly. Where the push pins, ejector pins have left that sloppy moulding. That is sloppy. I don't like that. That's horrible. It's rubbish. And again, we have warpage. I don't know if that's just the sprue. I'm hoping it's just the sprue and not the actual parts. So just the firewall. Oh, well, there we go. Did you expect that to come on? Your ladders for the back. That's K4, which is the other part of, sorry, the new part for the back. Door frames, doors, type 1 and type 2 towing. There's generally no flash on there, which is good. But the only thing that lets it down is these silly push pins. It's like they've only moulded half a push pin to push it out. It's all got to come off. Silly, silly, silly. I don't mind them leaving it like that. But not this. This is stupid. Especially as this is new. So, just for sanity's sake, I'll have a quick look through a couple of the other screws on the box. I'm not going to go mad and pull everything out. See the point. It's been covered 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago when it first came out. I've seen enough videos on there. Right, so let's have a butcher's here. Right, so this is the soft top glazing, and that is the hard top glazing. Get that out, don't want to scratch them. Right, so this has actually got the chassis on it. I don't know if you can see all that clearly or not. This sprue's got the chassis in it, the main part of the chassis, and that's pretty long. I'll give you that in English money. In English money, that is. Let's get me a ruler on that. English money, that's 10 3/4 inches long. The chassis. In new money or metrification, you're looking at 27, almost 27.5 centimeters. So is that 100, 200, 273 millimeters, maybe. Yeah, so it's better. It's about that size for King Tiger model kit in length. Not far off it, I would have thought. And actually, that's without the bumper and stuff like that. I don't know if it actually says on the box. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't say on the box. The actual length of the vehicle. But yeah, it's long. It's long. It's long. There isn't a multitude of parts in these bags. I think it's what, 3 more screws. I'm not going to open this. I'm not going to open it, but that is actually clear of push pins. There's no push pin all over the back of that. This is the soft top sprue. I've actually got a little bit of push pin inside that piece there. But everything else is. Excuse me. That's all the old wheel hubs. And you got a little bit there. But back, yeah, nice big flatbed, detailed underside and on top. Cool. Now they get worn down pretty quick. There's nice detail in there. So yeah, the disappointment then is all those push pin, lazy push pin bits on this hard top. All over these wheel pieces on the inside as well. That's the only disappointment I think in the kit. Otherwise, it looks like it goes together pretty damn well from what I've seen with what I've seen of other YouTubers put it together. So yeah, there you are. There's your Faun L900 D567 by Das Werk for dem Zusammenbaulessen abgenommen 1935 Beschaffungsamt für Hier- und Marine. So basically, it's a transport wagon for the here and the Navy. Well, I hope you like that. Look through that. Like I said, I wasn't going to go through the whole of the review for this, the whole of the box. It's something you can find on the soft top version from enough YouTube tubers, you know, on what I've seen of it from other YouTubers and what I've just had a look in the box myself. It's a very nice kit. So it's an unusual kit. You obviously don't see vehicles this sort of length, especially not ones that transport tanks. You're not going to get a big tank in it, are you? You're not going to get Mark IV or above in there and destroy it. But yeah, it's a nice kit, nice price. If you don't want to spend loads of money getting the 2-in-1, because frankly, I don't see the point of paying over £100 for that and the trainer. Buy them separately. I bought them separately and I got them for less than £80 in English money. This was 35. And there's the sun hanger. Excuse me. This, I think I got for just under 30. So, you know, not even 70 quid. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? I've only got a quick look in here, but I'll have a quick look through this one as well. Might as well while I've got it here, haven't I? So that's the 10-ton tank transporter. You got exactly the same decal sheet as you've got in the Faun. So if you do by any chance miss your decals up, get the trailer separately. They got another set in there for nothing. There's absolutely nothing in the box. Literally nothing in the box, as you can see. There is 2, 3, 4 sprues. 4 sprues. So the trailer's not very big. And I can't see any horrible marks or anything all over these either. I'm not going to drag all this out. I'm just going to have a quick look. So suspension. What else you got on there? It's all chassis stuff. That's interesting. It's another Faun light there. And 2 screws of the same stuff. That's all your trailer parts. And a little bag of rubber. Thankfully they ain't changed that. You can flat spot these if you want. Just rub it off. It's not going to hurt, is it? So let's have a quick look at the old. Für der Panzer Kampfwagen Sonderanhänger, sorry, 115. Gehaltsschreiten, Bedienung, Gesand. I have German language, don't you? This probably says, and whatever that is. It was a heavy-duty 2-axle transport trailer designed to carry German armour in service at the time. And this is early war stuff, basically. I know they used it up to 1945. you see famos being recovered on and things like this. Spanish Civil War was the first time that something like that was being used. So that's what you're looking at. That's your wheels front and back. So you've got outer wheels and inner wheels. That's only definable by the wheel hubs. So you start off with building up the forward bogie, which is detachable. Is it detachable? I would assume it's detachable. You've got a movable tow bar. Right, so it's telling you to make sure you limit your glue to the areas in green. Otherwise, you won't have a movable tow bar. There's a cough and a half. So the next steps, anything that's in green is the stage that's completed. So everything else in blue is what you're going to do to make it that. So your next stage is the rear axle assembly. You've got bits to drill out for number plates and the lights. Doesn't look very complicated. Step 7, there's most of the build done. So you've got the platform assembly, frame, rear frame, frame sides. Careful assembling will result in floating rear axle. Limit to green areas. Front frame. Side verticals. Okay. Upper ramps. Toe tensioners. Oh, that's good. Toe tensioner. Do not glue. The main deck. Side vertical. Alright, okay. And then we're adding the upper ramps and equipment. And then basically that's an overall view of the rear platform area. Equipment and stuff is towed, the jacks, etc., etc. I'm assuming there ain't no cord in the kit. There is definitely a winch. Okay. Emit glue. Put your toe tensioners on. Strange that that's not done in blue. Don't glue the rear axle because it comes off. And your spare wheel. There. Finished. All in all, it's about 14 stages. Maybe less than that. So you got option with it as transport. So you can load it up with a tank, put a tank on the back. Or you can have it in a loading state. Not quite sure what that's all about. Obviously these ramps. Right, okay, so this ramp is off here. We've got auxiliary ramps. So you've got 2 lots of ramps. Which takes it up. 1-page scheme. Grey. With all your copy colours. and team again on the back. So that's it. That's what we've got. So that's a Sonder and hanger. 10-ton tank trailer. All I need is a Mark 1 or a Mark 2 tank. Or maybe Mark 3. Shove in the back. Okay. I want to just say thank you for watching and thank you for my new subscriptions. Excuse me. Don't mean to cough. Try not to cough, but unfortunately I think I've got a bit of a cough and a cold. It's not COVID, thankfully, even though I do know 2 people this week that have gone down with it. Right, so thank you to my subscribers for encouraging me to make further videos. So I got a little bit lazy the last few weeks. I got stuck into naughtily a couple of games on the old Xbox. I do not like Xbox. Yeah, so this maybe get sidetracked. Oh, quirky. Yeah, blimey. Yeah, I need something to wake me up. I need a black coffee. Yeah, thanks for watching anyway. If you enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. I can't make you enjoy videos, unfortunately. I'm trying to improve my content, but I don't know what anyone really wants. So I'll just do what I think is best. If you want to subscribe, by all means subscribe. I won't pressure anyone into subscribing, but it does make the analytics better. Comment if you thought the content was okay, or if you have something to say about the content. Don't be negative though. There's no room for negativity in this life. Be positive. Positive comment. If it's constructive, I've got no objection. But don't put negativity in it. Please. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully I'll have a build video for the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good remains of this weekend. Enjoy your week ahead, and see you next time. Thank you for watching. This is Rick's Kits signing out.